So, the Icebreaker event has come and gone. 5 days, 5 drinks, and 3 new content packs. How does it stack up to past events? Well, Icebreaker special in that this isn't Crime Fest this year. We're still getting a Crime Fest, this isn't Crime Fest. 2018 just has an extra special event all its own. And because this falls outside the normal roster of semi-annual events, we only get 3 items on our plate this time around. Let's take a look. Day 1 brought us Joy. Literally, from the Nintendo Switch version. She's finally on PC after about half a year. That sounds about right. Joy had little to no real explanation in the Switch version, and in general felt detached from the game. But now she has proper context within the PC version. Joy is a protege of Locke, brought in to help the crew with cybersecurity, both for their protection and to crack that of others. Joy is the hacker of the group, and that comes with the hacker perk deck, which I don't have completed this time. But she's also brought an MPX by the name of the Signature SMG in a Kimbo variant, this, and a pretty spiffy mask. I'll do a more focused Joy build sometime soon, but I'll give a rundown as of now. The Signatures, they kinda suck. They're less stable than the Switch version, which is weird. They have pretty nasty recoil numbers, and by far the lowest pickup rate in their damage class. They've got really big magazines, but that's about it. They were a direct downgrade to the Compact 5 in the Switch version, and it's kind of amazing that they're still a direct downgrade to the Compact 5 in the PC version, even though both guns got a bunch of revamps coming into the PC version. The Pocket ECM throwable is a neat idea in theory. It stuns enemies for 6 seconds when in loud, and jams cameras and pagers in stealth, but their 100-second cooldown keeps the deck from being all that powerful. I mean, that's a fair trade-off, I guess. Depends on who you are. I can't make a verdict on that. I don't have the deck complete. Joy herself, though, is somehow more bearable than on the Switch version. They're the same line, so I think all the Nintendo-centric ones were cut. Bits like calling out arbitrary numbers of points for special unit kills gets old literally in the middle of the first time she does it. But now that she has context of some sort in Payday 2, things seem to make a little bit more sense. Again, I'll give my full thoughts on this pack as a build later, but this isn't the worst character pack we've gotten. The guns are anemic and the deck's hit or miss, but we've gotten worse. It's better than Rust in that regard, though the addition of actual justification to her appearance only puts her up maybe a couple places on my favorite heisters list. I still really like Sydney's personality, Duke's aesthetic, Jiro's language barrier, Jimmy's performance, Chains as an experience. I like all that a whole lot more. She's not along the lines of Ethan, Rust, or how Overkill treated Wolf. I'm not going to call Joy terrible, but I'm not going to call Joy anything fantastic. People like Joy, people don't like Joy, and the fact that's not 100% unanimous in one regard like it is with Rust, that's nice. That happened, I guess. Overall, day 1's not that bad. Day 2 was a cocktail naming contest. The even-numbered days were off days, just like any other event, even though this one's only 5 days and not, 7 or 10. So each day came with a signature drink, and Overkill wanted a name for one of them. I don't drink alcohol, and I'm not going to try to make one of these, let alone try to make and drink all 5. I'm just going to move on to the other edition right at the start of Icebreaker. You can now see the coffers, or as I've been calling them, the crypts of Kataru, in the safe house. Duke's been having a tough time opening them, but you just give us ever did with the medallion from Brooklyn Bank, and they open right up. 2 of them contain rings, but one of them is empty. Luckily, day 3 starts with the crew receiving a tip from the elephant. There's a family heirloom at an auction in the northeast that we must get back for him. The Shacklethorne Auction House heist begins with some damn fine spiffy tuxes. Wow. Right. So you can tackle this either in loud or in stealth, but it's almost the same either way. Somewhere in the back of the auction house is 2 little boxes. You hack them, go to the storage room and grab a blowtorch, and kill the lights in stealth to lure the auctioneer away from the crowd. You kill him, take his keycard, and turn the lights back on. Then you put a code jammer on the vault in the garage, break into the auctioneer's office and hack his computer, input the 4-digit code, wait for the door to open, remove the glass panel, and take this thing. And you either hoof it outside if you're still undetected, or via bile on the side of the mansion when going loud. You'll have plenty of loot to take in the form of artifacts. You can press F to pay respect to a mummified corpse. And if you're in stealth, you can maneuver the mechanic in the garage through the metal detector to unlock a monkey wrench melee. It's a pretty solid heist conceptually, and a lot of the problem of modern Payday 2 heist design is mitigated here. Plenty of really solid, chunky bits of cover, spawn points are not omnipresent, you can't funnel SWATs your way with good enough coaxing, so you're not always completely surrounded like on Henry's Rock. And really my only real problem is that the escape is loaded with spawns when loud, but at the same time, I do kind of get it. You gotta get out. All the other bonus loot is just that, bonus loot. The Shacklethorn Auction House is a really cool heist, probably one of the best visually, with its dreary manor framed in moonlight and storm clouds. The song that plays during the mission's pretty slick, and its design is pretty great for a plethora of gameplay styles. Nice long corridors for snipers, big boxy rooms for shotgunners, and that's even just when doing loud. There's a whole stealth section I didn't even really play, but people who like stealth, you can also play and enjoy Shacklethorn Heist, which is nice. It's not my favorite heist, but it's definitely my favorite since Reservoir Dogs. I really like this mission. I like what they've done here. It's good. Day 4 was a Twitch stream. I mean, does anyone really care? Maybe the people who watched it. I didn't watch it. You would think a new heist would be the end of an event, and Shacklethorn Auction is a really good heist to end on. But no. Instead, Day 5 was Holdout, a brand new game mode. This is kind of like Safe House Raid, but instead of surviving for 3 waves to make it to the end, you're surviving up to 9. At the end of each wave, you're asked to trade the hostage for the amount of money that the police will give you, but you can decline and continue fighting another wave of cops. With every new wave, there's new crime spree mutators thrown into the mix. Things like Skulldozers can start appearing, Zeal Team can start appearing, medics become more aggressive, etc. In theory, Holdout mode is great. This is just a good way to jump into a very small map, a very small mission, and really quickly get a lot of kills, see how your build is performing, and you get fun rewards like Infamous Masks if you complete the weekly challenge out of it. And the Infamous Masks are okay. In execution, however, things are not good. Things are not good at all. For starters, Update 186, the update that added Holdout, broke enemy health and damage modifiers across the entire game. Enemies had way too much health and were doing way too much damage. Why is that? Well, Holdout, after each wave, gives enemies the 20% more health and 15% more damage modifier after every wave. This means that starting at like wave 3 or 4, you're dealing with enemies that are doing death sentence levels of damage with far more health. I don't think I need to explain the problem here. As it currently stands, Holdout is horrendously broken, and it's not fun. And the money you get out of it isn't worth terribly much. Making it to about wave 3 or 4 gives you about as much money and experience as Hoxton Breakout on Overkill, and that's a lot easier. And you could even argue that might take less time because you're not having to restart, because if you screw up and your hostage is freed or one person goes into custody, you lose everything. No money, no experience from Holdout mode. But no matter what, just the rewards aren't worth it. It's at most maybe $20 million, but do you really want to go through all 9 waves when they just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger, exponentially, infinitely? Okay, so there's a weekly event. You can play just a random Holdout mission, or you can play the weekly event. This will give you up to 3 loot card drops. And these are meant to be, you know, like the infamous masks that they added, like the top hat, the monocle, the mustache, or the top hat and monocle and mustache. Or the Mega Vlad armor, or the Mega Pirate, or Mega War, or Mega the Optimist. These are really cool masks. What did I get for my first loot card drop? A regular mask pattern. Vanilla base game mask pattern. It's not worth it. Play Crime Spree. Holdout mode is not fun. It sucks. But it doesn't hurt my opinion of Payday 2. I'm never going to play this. Maybe if they fix it, then I will. But it doesn't hurt my opinion of Payday 2. But it does hurt my opinion of Icebreaker. Up to this point, I was ready to call this one of the best events we've ever gotten. Maybe except for Hoxton's Housewarming Party in Crime Fest 2014. Now I really can't say that. I think the Search for Kento brought us a better game mode, and I think Lock and Load brought us a better character. I like Joy, but I absolutely love Duke. The map that was added in Icebreaker is probably one of the best heists we've gotten from an event. I really liked this heist. The event on a whole, though, it's hit or miss. Some people don't like Joy, some people don't like the Shacklethorn Auction heist, and I really, really don't like Holdout. Though my final verdict is it's an okay event, and this wasn't even this year's Crime Fest, so I really can't be mad. If this replaced Crime Fest, oh boy. But we're still getting one of those, and I can't wait to see what Overkill brings us. Overall, this was really ambitious. High marks to Overkill, and I'm kind of glad that they were able to find the time to do something like this. Normally, it's just kind of, here's an event, radio silence, here's an event, radio silence, repeat forever. But that wasn't the case. So, good on you, Overkill. And I didn't even talk about the coffers yet. I didn't even talk about the fact that the contents of the coffers, like, when you play the piano, they reverberate, and the obsidian plate lights up with some cryptic symbols. It's a shame we don't have that decoded yet. Oh wait, just kidding. That was finished the day the thing was added. I'll link that in the description, but I think that'll be it for me. It's a great event, Overkill. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you over. Okay, why would you put gold in the Partners in Crime drink? Who's rich enough to drink fucking gold? Where am I gonna get gold? I'm not made of money. I'm a college student. I owe the government $100,000 frickin' dollars. You drinking gold? What, are you insane? Who do you think you are? This is ridiculous. Who's out there in this world drinking gold? They're putting gold